Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the second episode of our Fall of the Republic preview playthrough as the Confederacy of Independent Systems. In the first episode, we focused a bit on securing our borders down here in the southern parts of the galaxy, and we're going to kind of focus on that a little bit more. This is kind of a weak area for the Republic, so it'll be a good place for us to really establish ourselves. I did ask all of you in the comments who we should start integrating for our first sub-faction, our first allied faction, member corporation, and I'm going to let that run for a few more days, so if you didn't leave a comment on that one, and you want to go back and let me know what you want to get, the Banking Clan, the Trade Federation, or the Techno Union, or Commerce Guild, integrated into our faction first. So basically, I explained it in the first episode, but each one has a loyalty level, and then eventually, if you get it to 100, then all their stuff joins you. They're already allied with you. This was something that came up in the comments that I guess some people misunderstood, so I'll explain it a bit again. But on top of the main CIS faction, there are the member corporations that are on the map. These are independent factions, but they're allied with you. So, technically, you can attack them if you really want to, but you probably shouldn't. But they don't attack you. You can pass through their territory. They don't restrict your access to units at all. It's just you can get extra bonuses for incorporating them, and it fits into their government mechanic, just like all the other factions in Fall of the Republic and Imperial Civil War have their own government mechanics. We want to make each faction have a unique playstyle, and it also helps with the starting forces on the map. Where we're able to divide it, skew it a bit towards the CIS, without giving either player a majority of the territory. So the Republic has less than half of the planets. The CIS technically has more than half of the planets, but because they're divided, it's not quite as organized. So it puts them on a relatively even footing without giving the player an overwhelming advantage, no matter which faction they play as, so the game can stay more engaging for longer and more of a challenge for longer. But we're going to get into the actual conquests here. So let's see.
Construction complete.
We do have our ground force over here for Aitu. So I think that's going to be what we do first. We'll head on in. Will we? This could be bad. I think we need our other ground forces for this. So yeah, let's get this company over here. We'll leave Severance Tan with Dooku.
Cruiser reporting.
And Ventress can come over here with Grievous.
Construction complete.
We'll do something with Sora soon as well. Republic's conquered Mechis. Okay.
Construction complete.
Before starting this playthrough, I did strip down a lot of the starting forces for everyone, but I think it went a bit more against the Republic than against the CIS from that.
Corruption has been removed.
So I'm not going to be super aggressive early, give them a chance to build up a little bit more, especially with Venators unlocking very soon. I think week 10 is when they unlock, and then we're probably in trouble.
Construction
But
complete.
with these guys in here, we can...
Corruption has been removed.
If we give them too much time to build up on Aitu, it gets pretty difficult to take, especially if there's juggernauts defending this opening there.
We've been paid. We'll follow orders.
So let's get over there.
Choose your reinforcements.
I'll get Grievous. Apparently Yoda Grievous. And some of those guys.
Reinforcements
And
cancelled.
Ventress is going to be necessary.
Reinforcements.
As I mentioned in the first video,
Yeah.
VO is the main thing that hasn't been touched yet.
I'm with you.
Grievous comes with a couple Magna Guards. So the VO will be stuff that we will hopefully get a decent amount done before the first release, or maybe even before beta. But it's not
Your coin is good.
currently the main focus.
We'll get there as soon as we
It's not
can.
something that we're never going to touch. It's just we're focusing on getting the main mechanics setup and all the main content set up that way, and then there will be a lot of VO that's done probably all at once as we start
On it, sir.
getting some of the editing in for that. Like Anakin and Obi-Wan have their voices. Yoda obviously has the voice from the base game.
I am waiting. Right away.
But
We've secured
one of the nice
a
things
build
about
pad.
the Steam Workshop, which is the primary place that the mod gets released, is that we can update that kind of stuff and VO won't impact saves. So we can just push a patch whenever and people will get the updated files, they'd get the updated VOs, and
We're combat ready.
it wouldn't delay anything, wouldn't interrupt anything.
We'll be there.
So that kind of stuff we do like to put out individual patches and address it as we need to.
We've lost
Enemy
a
forces
build pad.
ahead.
That was way too much. They're just trying to live their lives and we're killing them. Alright, Grievous is here. But like the clones actually do have their voices already.
We've secured a landing zone.
But we got ARC Troopers. So this is a Phase 1 ARC Trooper. Grievous is gonna walk over there. Looks like he's scaled a little too small. Your personal shields aren't gonna do much against a
EQB, copy.
lightsaber,
I'm here.
unfortunately for you.
I
We've
copy.
lost a
What do
build
you
Alright.
wish?
Setting course.
I think that's actually the first time we've shown ARC Troopers. Them coming up against
Let me help.
Grievous, a transport.
Course plotted.
Probably not the best ways to show off what they're able to do.
Mauler ready. Time order.
bombing run available.
Alright. Loathsome.
Adjusting.
You don't want to be that far up. Grievous.
It is about time.
Alright, and...
Moving.
Ventress, you can go scout out
They will
there.
know fear.
He is sprinting
We've
away.
secured a build
If
pad.
I must.
Alright, Vengeance, you're the one that's going to destroy the buildings for us.
Answering your call. That
Our
shouldn't
battle
be too hard.
droids got over there.
Ready. They are nothing. I go. Heading out. On my way.
We've secured
I
an
will kill
abandoned
them.
sensor array.
It will be done.
Alright, Grievous.
We've
Let
secured
me go over
a
there.
build pad. We've lost a build pad.
Awaiting your
I've got to make
command.
sure that Ventress doesn't, like,
Ready. Roll out.
just run off and die on me.
Right away. Ready to roll.
But yeah, CIS sub-factions, they are technically all part of the same, like, it's a confederacy of independent
What is my
systems.
next objective?
So
Do you
that
have
is
a
basically
plan?
how the confederacy aspect is represented. Okay, that is going to be... Okay. That's just an
I'm
anti-infantry turret.
here. I will.
Ventress,
For the Emperor.
over here. And I haven't had a chance to test if the...
With
We've
Uh,
lost a build pad.
if the bombing runs are set up yet.
Moving to that location.
So I'm still not going to use them in this episode.
Die.
Bombardment available.
But I can use this. Alright,
What is it,
Ventress.
Commander?
Just
Heading in that direction.
head straight in. Let's pull back.
Activating. Deploying.
Let's drive straight up there.
What is your order? They will not survive.
There's clones everywhere. It's almost like this is some sort of clone war. Alright, Grievous. This looks like a job for you.
Ready for action. Understood, it's your payroll.
Let's head along here.
Providing covering fire.
Where's the next target?
Ventress's collision mesh, as we discovered last time, still needs to be fixed.
Coordinates. Scanning for enemies.
Haven't done that yet, but it is on the list.
Sweep. Setting course.
Let's give her support, even though she's
We've
currently immortal.
secured a build pad.
Roger that. Form up. Changing course.
What do you
Alright,
need?
Ventress.
I will strike.
We're just going to go target that.
Awaiting orders.
And
Nice
our
work.
persuaders are going to give you cover.
Right away. There they are. Moving out. They are in my sights.
Awaiting instructions.
We lost a build pad.
Copy. Heading out.
Alright.
All out troops.
Straight on up. Hailfires, you're just killing some civilians for us. That's probably a crime, but, you know.
We've secured a build
We've been here
pad.
for hours. What's the deal? We can do that. I copy. In attack position.
I am waiting.
Nope,
Of
Ventress,
course.
you're supposed to be up here.
I will be there.
Oh, are you
soon.
stuck?
So be it.
That's too bad, isn't it?
Reporting. Let's move out. Attack. Fire. Open fire. Got a target. Lock and load. We're attacking immediately. The way is clear. We're moving out. Fire now.
Okay, this is just sad to watch. You're standing that far back and
Yes, sir.
shooting at
Attack
blocks.
that target.
More Hellfires.
Anyone there? I see no problem with that.
Time to abandon ship.
Yes, Commander. What do you got?
The animations for Grievous were actually made in like 2007. This whole, the whole Grievous model was for our original Fall of the Republic mini-mod release.
Attacking target.
So eventually, hopefully for, not for 0.5, but maybe for 1.0 or 1.1, we'll be able to get a new Grievous model and skin
We are
done.
victorious.
But that gets a Raidu for us. Okay. The
System
main
conquered.
Republic has conquered Umbara. But yeah, the main Republic planet down here that we're gonna have to worry about is gonna be Naboo. They don't have any access to significant shipyards in this section of the galaxy. The highest they'll have is Naboo or Tiburon. So the core is really where they're gonna start making a lot more Venators, especially if they can capture Volpter from us, or more likely Forost and maybe Fondor from the Techno Union. And we'll see what they're able to do to the Commerce Guild and the Intergalactic Banking Clan. Yeah, let's let that go. But here on Solus, we are going to build a couple more of our patron ships. And if you do want to get a ship in the playthrough, there's the details on that, like a ship that you name. There's details on that in the description. So check that out if you're interested. But we'll get Murder of Mandalore.
In production.
Pride of the
Vehicle
Canucks.
in production.
And I do want to get a Recusant. So even
Unit
worse
in
path.
production.
And I'd like to also start using some of the other units that we didn't get a chance to use in the previous playthrough. So we'll get
Vehicle
a
in
hard
production.
sell. I'm going to focus on building more of the patron ships first. But I do want to use like the Auxilia, the Captor, hard sell. I should leave that on. And we're going to keep trying to build up our economy as much as possible and as safely as possible.
Construction complete.
Geonosis is probably going to be the next place we do that. So we'll wait for these next credits to roll through.
Tactical battle imminent.
This fleet... Oh yeah, this fleet is more than enough to deal with that. But that's going to roll over first.
Tactical battle
No.
imminent.
Tatooine tickle battle.
We've located the enemy.
Happy little hard sell. So these are kind of going to fill the same role as like the DP-20 gunship or Vigilance gunship. But they'll also be landers, but their main role in space is as a kind of like
confirmed.
LRM frigate, long-range missile.
Choose your reinforcements.
Some acclimators. Send in a Lucrehulk.
Reinforcements en route.
The Gunray. Is code user in.
Cancelled.
Another hard sell back here.
Cancelled.
All out.
Cusant.
Direct fire on those torpedo tubes. The missile launchers are the primary target.
TIE squadron here.
Alright, let's back off this code user in.
TIEs reporting.
So I can't remember if I spoke about this in the last episode, but you'll notice that some of these icons, like the ones I have selected now, have 2 vulture droids on them. And then there's some, these are hyenas, but there'll still be some vulture droid icons that are just single. Basically to reduce some of the CPU strain from multiple squadrons, and some of the visual clutter from having so many squadrons while keeping similar amounts of fighters. We've made some squadrons be double squadrons, basically. Oh, sorry, I just hit my keyboard and probably microphone. But so some of the squadrons have 24 instead of 12 fighters in them.
Standing by.
So you can see these are much bigger squads, but that should help with some of the clarity and make it a bit easier to keep track of what's going
Direct fire
on.
the engines. The engines are our primary target. Destroy the engines.
I've got them in my sights.
And vulture droids are the only place I think we've done that so far, but it may be something that we do in some other places as necessary.
The stragglers.
The missile launchers are the
But these acclimators are assault loadouts, so they're still decent carriers, but the main job that they do is
direct fire at their
more
laser
anti-ship. This one is a regular carrier loadout. This one is also a carrier loadout, but they do have a mix of those. There's 3 different types of acclimators in the mod, so
I'm on them.
there's going to be some variety there.
Take out their engines.
In the first 10 weeks of the mod, the Republic's at a fair bit of a disadvantage without the Venators. Their other ships can be good, it's just there's not that main battle platform. Like acclimators aren't quite as good at doing it. And they do have the Invincible, but that's more of a tanky thing that can support their fighters.
Building under construction.
What else should we get? Where are our structures? We have, oh, it's not adding that up, unfortunately. Cymirth isn't going to be worth it. It's not going to be Cyworth. Emissary could be, probably not. Christophsis. No. Aitu, definitely.
Building
I
started.
need that first.
Building started.
That.
Construction complete.
And I think these are the first provinces we'll be using.
Construction complete.
Navigating
Let's
to coordinates.
keep them on Aitu until they are more heavily defended. We should probably get that structure
Beginning
back on Tatooine.
construction.
What's our graph looking like? Economy, obviously the AI we're on Cruel is going to be doing much better than us. They're still crawling up there in military as well. Druckenwell could be another
Building
decent
under
economic
construction.
option for us. But I do think, yeah, we've used up all of our mines. So, where we got upgrades? Economy. There we go. Centauri's Christophsis. Meh. Christophsis, we can probably get rid of that. And Christophsis or Cestus.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Swap over to Aitu.
Building started.
Where even is Ord Cestus? Here.
Construction complete.
Lots of frigate reporting.
So Aitu
Construction
and maybe
complete.
Druckenwell was what we... Yeah, Druckenwell or... Let's move you down to Agmar. I think Druckenwell...
Construction complete.
Yeah.
Building under construction.
Alright, so here on Rhodia, or... Let's start. I kind of want to move our economic hero, but it's
Construction complete.
necessary for this right now. Let's get a Tropa
Unit in
Belladonna.
production.
Enemy fleet is about to invade Tina. So the subjugators, we are going to probably build our first one next
Tactical
episode.
battle
I just need to
imminent.
make sure that the proper ones are coded in. We're not going to be able to hold that off with a shipyard like that. Let's get
Constructing.
just a barracks. There's still the one thing that we're really not going to touch for the first release is the building types. So it's still going to be the basic barracks, light factory, heavy factory. But we do have plans for how that's going to change.
Construction
Like there's going to
complete.
be like clone vats and battle droid foundries and that kind of thing. But it just hasn't. It's not really on the radar
Tactical
yet.
battle
Oh
imminent.
So even though their space units are kind of lacking at the start of the playthrough until a few more weeks in, the ground units they have are definitely not.
We've secured a build pad.
Ready, sir. Transfer
All right.
coordinates.
Turret constructing.
Time order.
We've secured a build pad. Turret constructing.
We've been paid enough. Tell us what to do. Ready.
All right. We're gonna have to just try to hold
Squad unit waiting for orders.
here.
Construction
AI.
Ready for attack. Didn't get that.
Any of you over here?
Construction complete.
Active. Heading to coordinates.
We've secured an abandoned
Coordinates.
turbo laser tower.
Oh God.
Construction complete.
Your credits are good.
I think on this one we'll get a sensor, and here let's get
Turret
AV.
constructing.
Our spider boys are heading up to the front lines.
We can move wherever you want. If we have to. We've been paid. We'll follow orders.
Comlink active.
Roger that. Over there.
Orders received. Going there now.
Your coin is good. We're
Construction
ready to fight.
complete.
Not sure what that's a shadow of.
There they are.
Oh. Now I know what that's a shadow of. The edge of the sensor, I think.
Form up. Roll out. Deploying. We're combat ready. We can get there quickly enough.
The bloom on this map might be a bit intense. Especially for something that's supposed to be like lower lighting. Okay. Got some arcs coming in.
Base is under attack.
Answering your call. We'll get through them.
Channel open.
EAW's weirdness with shadows is always fun.
Awaiting orders.
A build pad.
Roger that. Firing.
Ready for action.
Alright.
We'll make it count. We can take them.
Form up. Open fire. Attack position. Moving to position.
We've been here for hours. What's the deal?
Alright, let's fall back to our turrets. There's a lad in town.
Awaiting orders. Moving ahead.
Copy. I copy.
Yeah, I think the lighting on this map could use a bit of work still. A bit too bloomy for how gloomy it is.
I copy. Move out.
If it was a brighter map,
Reporting.
I think the amount of bloom this one has would work better.
Our base is
Alright,
under
one lat
attack.
down. There's still a lot of vehicles coming in.
We're as good as your credits. Attacking.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
What do you got? We expect full payment for this.
Unit destroyed.
Droidicas might just be
Unit
just
destroyed.
overpowered enough to
We lost
still
the
deal with
advantage
it.
of the laser tower.
So I think the red ones are the anti-armor ones. They're supposed to be holding rocket launchers. We don't have the rocket launcher models done yet. But yeah, so those are the heavy arcs. The blue ones have the regular rifles. It just helps as a visual cue, even if it's more of a rank symbolizer, to have the different functions denoted by color as well.
Unit destroyed.
Target in range.
Unit
Reporting
destroyed.
allied units.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
All the regular clones have come in. Those are probably going to die more easily here to our Hailfires. Okay, we managed to kill a bunch of the... Oh, never mind. The new ATAP model,
Unit
but
destroyed.
still very dangerous in this situation to us. No matter how good it looks.
Waiting for orders.
A build pad.
Okay, it's leaving. So not as dangerous.
Moving to target.
We lost a build pad.
Ready for attack.
Unit destroyed.
There are no Fordos yet. There will be some ARC Trooper heroes coming in future releases. Right now, the only clone hero is Delta Squad, or only clone heroes are Delta Squad.
Destroyed.
They're all together, but still.
Base is under attack.
But there will be like other clone commanders, other clone commandos.
Didn't get that. Please repeat. Targeting enemy units in our forward perimeter.
That was a lot just for one vehicle. Oh, you want to send a bunch of our lats at us? I have just the turret for you.
Active. Comlink active. Attacking now. Orders received. Right away. Attack!
Gotta save the arc.
Ready. For your orders, sir. Lieutenant standing by.
Okay.
Initiate sweep.
They're really paying for the battle. They're gonna win. But
Order ready. Setting course.
I can't remember if they can be crushed. Yes. Nice.
Course.
That'll probably have to change.
Moving out.
We definitely need to change that the Republic doesn't try to avoid
Heading out.
Super Crushers, because they're using the Empire's code.
Copy.
And I'm pretty sure that's something that's set per faction. Jeez, that turret is just looking straight on down. Right, it doesn't seem to want to use its main cannon. which I think is a bug that's been reported for ICW. So that'll have to be fixed as well. Alright, I think we've
You have been defeated.
basically gotten what we're going to get out of that battle. Cost him 4 lats and just the 1 ATAP, but a lot of ARC Trooper companies.
System lost.
They've got the Trade Federation mostly surrounded, which... Ooh, that's what I should have done.
Complete.
Where's Druckenwell?
Corruption has been removed.
Building cancelled.
Building cancelled.
Get out of there. And I think Duro is where we're going to do it.
Building under construction.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
There we go. Ryloth. Yeah. It did seem like the Techno Union was the one that was most requested so far. That's actually the one that has the least in terms of implemented content for Ward so far, but they do have some of the bigger fleets. I'm kind of worried about all this. The Trade Federation, I think, is at the biggest risk. So,
Construction complete.
like, they're most likely to get absorbed by the Republic. It looks like they've actually sacrificed a lot of their space units. They did start with a couple of Lucre Hulks, and what I've noticed is they have a tendency to want to attack Hummarine. Like, they'll have enough space units to win, but then they don't follow up with the proper ground units, so the Republic ends up getting it back. But either way, Raidu...
Building under
Production.
construction.
Enemy fleet going back for Tatooine. Let's try to protect the... They wouldn't have known there was going to be ships there, so they're probably sending a similar fleet to what we had last time. Oh! Oh, no, there's no. No, there's no. No, No. No. Yeah, no. Well, they got Venators now, and they built them pretty quickly. Cruel may have been a mistake. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Thrawn's Revenge, we do have the main 3 difficulty levels that you'd be more familiar with. On those difficulty levels, there's not really any cheating the AI does. On easy, they have fewer, or they can make less money than you, and they build half as quickly as you. On medium, they're about on par with you. They get a 10% income boost because the AI is just simply not as good at knowing where it's going to be able to build the best income structures, and then with the player being a bit more effective at using their stuff. Because the AI, if they're fighting other AI, they have to auto-resolve as well. So just based on that, there's going to be more that they have to replace. So it's basically a way to keep things relatively even.
Star Viper Squadron reporting.
They make, I think, about 100 or 30% extra money on hard, but we have an additional 3 sets of difficulty above that, which we call Cruel Mode, which significantly boosts the amount of extra income that the AI is getting.
Instructions received.
Like, at least the Venators look nice.
Commander,
But-
they're hitting us.
I don't think the new model wasn't in even when we did our Republic playthrough. I don't think.
Commencing attack.
So
Get behind them.
that'll be something nice to look at
I have them now.
Frequency open.
as it blows our stuff up.
Coming around.
frigate reporting.
I've got them in my sights. I got one. Coming back.
All right, can you guys kill some
Locking on.
Carracks as they approach them?
Reporting.
We're on station. We're advancing on your position.
Enemies in range. Stay in formation. Target locked.
I don't think the Y-wing bombers are in it either.
Location confirmed.
Attacking the
Let's
lasers.
go down there.
Engines activated.
Let's kill them.
Target those lasers. Targeting the torpedo
Yes,
launcher.
Commander. Changing
And
course to
bombers start going for the Venators. Or Venator.
intercept. Target locked.
There's only
The
one.
engines are our primary target.
Excellent shot.
Eh.
Have them now.
Direct
I
fire
was really
at
worried
their
I'd
laser
overdone
cannon.
Where'd he go?
The Force's nerfs, but
Ready.
on hard or cruel doesn't seem to be an issue.
I got one.
Target those lasers.
Yes, Commander. Enemies in
Alright.
range.
We have enough that we can concentrate the fire, take down the Venators relatively okay.
Enemies in range.
But
Coming around.
they're getting enough off on the other sides that it's still gonna be
Direct
difficult.
fire at their
I
laser
think what we're
cannon.
gonna have to do is kill one of the Venators and then get out.
Commence attack.
Getting locked. Falling out of formation. Target locked.
It would be nice if this map was on, or if this battle was on one of the updated maps. That's going to be something that starts coming out more and more as we make our way through the playthrough.
Stay in
We need to
Calculating
back
jump
off.
to light speed.
The updated space maps, some of the low orbit stuff that you can see on the main menu in the first episode, and then there's some planets like Coruscant where that's been done. So I'm really hoping there will be a big battle on Coruscant for the playthrough. Oh, this could be tough. All right, but that means we're really into it. So this is where the fun begins. We lost the Lucre Hall because they took the engines down. All right, so that's going to do it for our episode today, I think. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you are enjoying the series so far, and I will see you next time.